what actually a heart disease is and what is a heart attack?
Sure. Thank you for having me on this show. Heart disease is a very broad term. You could have many problems with the heart that could involve valve problems, coronary artery disease, the electrical conduction of the heart. But for the most part, I think what you may be referring to is coronary artery disease. Coronary artery disease is a problem that involves the arteries that supply the heart. So if you look at the heart, and there's 3 arteries that supply the heart that provide nutrition to the heart. What happens over time is you have what we call plaque buildup. Plaque is if you look at the artery in a cross section, you have cholesterol deposition in the artery, and that plaque has cholesterol, has fat, and other blood products. Over time, it adheres to the wall and also around the wall, and over time it calcifies and hardens. And when this happens, the amount of flow to that muscle slowly starts getting impaired. When that happens, the oxygen and the nutrients that are needed to supply, to help the heart function, help the heart muscle work is impaired, and patients can have symptoms of chest pain, tightness in their chest, especially when they're exertion. And in cases when you have what we call a vulnerable plaque, where you have a breakdown of sudden cholesterol and occludes the flow, you can have sudden heart attacks where you have no flow or very little flow to that amount of heart, and depending on the area it's involved. So imagine a trunk that sort of gives off branches. Now, if you have an occlusion at the actual trunk, the entire tree is at risk for falling.
Got it.
So that is when patients can have sudden cardiac death. But if you involve a branch of a branch, you can have chest pain, but chances are you may actually make it to the hospital. So, that's essentially what.
So basically, it's a blockage to the normal flow of the blood to the different portions or part of the heart.
Right,
So
right.
that's what's the basic problem or the root cause of all these problems.
Correct.